Good morning, South Korea, and welcome to our Saturday Open Studio! I'm starting off my Saturday morning right now in the studio, of course, and it is the last Saturday of June, and we're here again for another Open Studio. We have lots in store for you guys, so look forward to having a lot of fun with us today, and because I'm accompanied by, of course, Elmo and Ginny, so give it up for them as well!
What's up?
Hello.
So, I gotta ask Ginny first, because I haven't seen you in such a long time. How have you been?
Pretty nice.
Pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. And you?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Not too bad.
New hairstyle?
Yes.
Okay. I was about to say, because earlier I didn't recognize you waiting and sitting down. And
Thought
I
I
was
was a boy?
who is this young man? It's actually a woman.
It
Yes.
is.
But
You were
it's
looking
very
good.
cute. I like.
Cute?
You know what it reminds me of?
Thanks. Mhm.
It reminds me of a style Miley Cyrus did one time.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes. Doesn't it kind of like
Yes,
Miley
it does.
Cyrus-esque?
Does?
Yes.
Thank you.
Cool. And what about you, Elmo Chang? I
I'm
know I saw you on Wednesday, but it's Saturday.
Yes, sir. I am doing great.
Perfect. All right, well, either way, we got a lot of stuff going on for you guys today for our Open Studio, and we have a great song to start off our show. We got Rudimental with Never Let You Go. That was Rudimental with Never Let You Go, and right now you guys are tuning in to What's Poppin' with your boy Brian Jew on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and its surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeosu, and of course I got my girl Ginny and Elmo in the house.
What's up?
What's up?
So, Elmo,
Yeah.
if they got a Twitter account, how can they follow us?
They got to go to Twitter at TBS What's Poppin'.
Also, if they got an email, where did they send the email to?
efmpoppin@gmail.com.
Okay, and of course, Ginny, if they're interested in a playlist, where can they go to the website? What's the website?
Yeah, they can go to tbsefm.so.kr/efm/what's poppin'.
Yes, and also, if you guys want to check out TBS EFM Digital Magazine, it features TBS EFM's highlight contents on audio and video. Y'all can download it for free from iTunes Store or Google Play, and it's now also available on TapZin application. We got lots more coming your way for our Open Studio, but for now, a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to our Open Studio! So now you guys know every Open Studio we get a topic, and today's topic is called Cooking and Guys.
Cooking and guys.
Ooh.
Cooking and Guys, yes. Not Cooking Guys, because that'd be weird. I'd be like, what's that when you eat people? A cannibal.
Cannibals.
Oh, cannibal.
Yeah, we're not doing cannibalism
Hannibal
up in here.
Lecter.
Yes, Cannibal Lecter. Now, of course, it sounds interesting. In the first half of the show, we're going to be talking about men who look sexy while they're in the kitchen, making food, preparing food. And recently it's become a kind of a phenomenon that many women like guys who can cook well. Now, my question, Ginny, what do you think about a guy who can cook well? Like if your husband cooked for you one night.
Yes.
He doesn't have to be good at it, but you came home from a long day at work.
Right.
Like, 여보, 나 배 너무 고파. 먹을 거 없나요?
Are you mimicking me? That can't be me, seriously.
I don't know how you talk to your husband at home, but I
Okay.
mean,
Okay.
he's cooking for you.
Well, he is not a good cook.
He's
He
not a good cook,
is
okay.
a bit clumsy, but I think just the fact that he takes time out of his schedule to cook for me, the pure effort, I think that kind of touches me.
And you think that's a sexy thing to see your husband cook for you?
Yes, in a way. Sexy. in a way.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, now this, of course, I can't ask Elmo because Elmo's a dude.
Yeah.
But women who cook, is that beautiful to you?
Yes. So beautiful.
Because
you
of
just
the
do it
food?
because you love food.
I
Yeah.
love food. No, but just when they're doing that, they're going through the motions of cooking, and you're just watching them, you're like, wow. It makes them look more beautiful for some reason.
But she has to have like slender arms, right?
No, I actually like big arms.
Big arms. You like
Really,
big
like
arms.
big arms, like
Big
King
arms.
Kong
Like
big?
Hulk. Hulk arms.
Hulk. A female Hulk.
I find that sexy.
Wait, what's
Okay.
Shrek's girlfriend's name? Fiona.
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 So if Fiona was cooking for you, you'd like that?
Oh, yeah.
Princess
She's
Fiona.
green.
Even better.
Ew. All right, well, I want to ask the girls and the ladies in the Open Studio room today. Do you guys like, just scream, ready? Do you guys like guys who cook? Just say yes.
Oh,
Really?
Yes.
What is it about guys who cook that is sexy?
I think it's like similar to guys playing the piano,
Somebody who is good at a gift or a talent, I guess?
Yeah, and then something that traditionally women are good at, but men are good at, playing the piano.
See, now we
cooking.
we need to rephrase that. People like things that girls are good at. Actually, a lot of people in Korea, they always think that, girls are the ones in the kitchen. But throughout time, the best chefs and the best cooks in the world are actually guys.
Yeah,
Right.
like
All the world.
all those shows, those cooking shows that I
All
see on
dudes.
TV,
Right.
all dudes.
And all those expensive restaurants we go to overseas or even in Korea, you're like, oh, 되게 맛있다, and you find out who the cook is. There's always a guy in the kitchen cooking all that food.
Right.
Just want to say
Following you.
that. Now,
Good
we're also
point.
talking about this today because there's so many popular chefs nowadays, of course, especially on cooking TV shows. Take Care of My Refrigerator gained a huge popularity, and the chefs on that program also got famous. And we're talking about, of course, chefs like Choi Hyun-suk. He's so famous. He's well known for bluffing his actions when he cooks on the show. And people see it as one of his attractions as well, so it could be a plus for him. And a lot of female fans love him, even though he's married.
Yes, he
He's
has
got a good
2
following.
lovely 2 daughters.
And got kids as well. And of course, the next person I worked with on a TV show a long time ago, his name is Kim Pung. Now, he's not an official cook. He doesn't have like a certificate
No.
of, what do you call that? In
cooking
Korea, it's called
certificate?
자격증, but he doesn't have that. I can't even speak English now. What's 자격증 in English?
Certificate,
of
yes?
license, right?
License to cook.
License to cook. That sounds scary. But either way, he gives good tips, and it really helps people who live alone as well. Especially guys who are interested in cooking, especially you want to
Like
bring
me.
all the ladies.
Yes,
See?
like Elmo.
I live alone.
You live
Well, tip
alone.
for you, it's not just be able to cook, you gotta actually have a nice clean home.
Mm-hmm.
Have a girl come over.
I don't have a clean home,
Okay, so.
You don't?
Ding! Over for you.
but I do cook.
You do cook.
What do you cook? Ramyeon?
No, I cook the bomb spaghetti.
Oh, you make spaghetti.
I make
Bomb.
spaghetti.
So you make
and
your own noodles and your own sauce.
Own noodles, own sauce.
Really?
I make it out of fresh tomatoes. Chop up the garlic, chop up the mushrooms, chop up the tomatoes,
You know what?
and
Your
I just put it
emotions.
together. And I would say, like, when I go to a restaurant that has spaghetti and I eat their spaghetti, I'm like, man, mine's better than this.
Okay, so hold on. How do you make your noodles then? Do you actually
Yes, how
get
do you make
flour and
them?
eggs and yeast and put it all together?
No, I just buy the packs. The
Then
noodle
that's not
packs from
homemade
the-
noodles. That's what I asked.
Oh,
Fake.
try my spaghetti, you'll see.
Oh,
Treat us then.
are you inviting us to your house?
Yeah.
Invite
Come on
Everybody.
over. Everybody, come on over.
Wow.
You'll be blown away.
Buy your spaghetti.
Buy my spaghetti.
Okay, spaghetti 먹으러 합시다. And of course, the last person we need to talk about is Mr. Sam Kim, and he's
Kim.
actually a model of the famous TV character Choi Hyun-wook from, of course, the major TV hit Pasta that all the girls be loving. I like the character that was created after him. He shows his charisma and professionalism when he's cooking on his show, and of course, girls love him because he's a handsome dude as well.
Yes, it was played by Lee Sun-gyun, right?
I don't know.
Actor.
I never saw the actual drama.
I saw it. It
I
was
remember
played
saw
by Lee
clips,
Sun-gyun.
but I didn't know who the actor was.
It's nice.
Okay, so we are talking about cooking and guys, and of course in Korea there's a new term. You know, a lot of Koreans they like to they use 줄임말 in
Yes.
English. I guess that's like short. They shorten
Terms.
everything now. And basically, the word is today 요색남. In English, it's 요색남. I know it sounds like a Korean name. Anyway, so we are talking about 요색남, which is a sexy guy or a guy who looks sexy when he's doing cooking in the kitchen, of course, when he's spending his time in the kitchen. And it's a newly made up term that's widely used among people nowadays because, like I said, everyone likes to make everything short, and these terms are coming up. So 요리하는 요리할 때 아니면 요리하는 섹시한 남자,
Yes.
which is the front
요색남.
part of the word 요색남. There's a lot of words like that, like 춤색남,
What's
guys
that?
who dance.
Oh.
춤출 때 섹시한 남자.
Okay. 뇌생남, I heard.
What's 내생남?
내가 섹시한 남자. The smart
네.
guys, you know?
Oh.
Who graduated good schools.
I thought you said 내가 섹시한 남자. Like I'm a sexy man. I was like, Gina, you're a woman.
I am.
not a
I know
man.
I'm a woman. I'm married.
The haircut's
Stop.
getting to your head. It's
It's the shortest I will ever do.
You're,
I know my
you're
limits.
a 결색여.
What is that?
결혼하니까 더 섹시해 보이는 여자.
Oh, thank you. But you never met me before I got married, so.
I know. I'm just trying to make new terms up.
he's trying to
Okay.
give you a compliment.
Yes, thank
Okay.
you.
What about you, Elma?
What am I?
What do you call yourself? Oh, you okay?
Can you
well,
make
기생남.
one for me?
기생남.
What's that?
기생남?
기침할 때 섹시한 남자. Like a sexy guy when he coughs.
Hey, my kichim is gone. No more
Yes.
kichim for
Kichim is
me.
So you're no more a sexy guy.
Okay.
Period.
All right, I'll take that, I guess.
I think Elmo's more like 안쓰색남.
What?
안쓰색남.
What's
It
that
has to
mean?
be 3
안경
words.
쓸 때 섹시한 남자.
Really?
Okay.
Yes.
No,
I just
I
put-
like his face without glasses.
Really? He looks more natural, yeah. With glasses on, you kind of look
Scholar.
Yeah, like, hello, my name is Elmo Tong. To hear talk about
I look like a
hip-hop
nerd.
music.
I look like a geek.
Well,
That's what
then,
you're saying.
now we're categorizing people with glasses to be nerdy.
I'm a geek seknam.
Oh, what is that?
Sorry, that was horrible. That was just bad.
He's 기생남, 기침할 때 섹시한 남자.
Yeah.
But I said geek. Like
Oh,
geek.
geek.
Okay.
Hey, what's my name? Elmo, make me one up. Or Ginny. You guys make one each.
근생남. 근육이
근생남?
있어 섹시한 남자.
Girl, I'm telling your husband. How about you, Elmo?
놀색남. 노래할 때 섹시.
노생남.
No.
No?
Not 놀.
널? I thought you were going to say like 놀 때 섹시한
So,
남자.
like, 놀 때.
Playboy.
So you call me a playboy, okay. Thank you.
You
Thank
player,
you.
man.
I'm a player.
Play on, play
I'm
on.
actually not a player, of course. I'm not into that type of stuff. But of course, we gotta ask the females here in the house, of course, do you really feel attracted to men when they're cooking in front of you? Okay. Or, let's see, what's your ideal meal a guy can cook for you? You know? Because a guy who makes ramen, that can't be sexy. It's like bowl, soup, noodles, done. You know? What ideal meal can you think of that a guy can cook for you that you're like, ooh, he looks so sexy?
Something really, really complicated.
Complicated?
Something really complicated, you know?
Like kimchi? Like he's sitting there like,
No, it's not a food.
gochugaru and everything.
No, something, you know, something that can make him cry. Onions.
Chopping onions, that's sexy?
No, like something, not just chopping onions, but putting in onions. You know, what
Right.
do you have?
Because when you chop up the onions, the smell of it makes you cry.
makes
So
you cry.
when you
That's
see the
sexy?
tears, it's almost like he's so emotional about cooking
I was
for you.
thinking more like when he's doing in Korea, what they call it, kalji. You know, when they're cutting.
섭섭섭.
You know, because when you're cutting something and you look professional, it's like,
Right.
Ooh.
You focus. You
must
look really.
so. And then when you eat his food, you're like, ooh, mashi so. You know?
Yeah.
So of course
It
that can be
rhymes.
moist so. That does rhyme. Look at that. I'm a rhymer. That's
You
what I
rhyme
do.
all the time. I think the best meal that I could get from a girl that's sexy to me is if she were to cook me like a juicy steak.
Steak.
A steak is easy.
I know, but it's just something about a steak.
You're a 쉬운 남자.
I'm a. It's
Easy
man food.
I mean, it is man
steak.
food, but you so 쉬운 남자.
I'm easy.
Get up for that steak.
What about you,
Shoot.
Brian? What
It's
kind
not
of
even
fish?
okay. So it's not even the food or the cooking part. It's what they're wearing when they're cooking.
Oh.
Are we opening up the Pandora's box
You
now?
like the
I'm
aprons?
thinking-
You like the aprons?
Not even apron, just the two-piece bikini.
Oh my
Okay, stop there.
word.
Bigger 반응. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Like thinking with
Brian's-
girls. Like if a girl had a guy cook for him, not an apron. You know, I'm not talking about trying to be yahe and everything, but say a dude is wearing just like surfer board shorts, and he's got that one kunyuk that kind of goes in right here in the hip. And the
Yeah.
girls, they call that the bikini bridge.
Aha.
They
Okay,
do?
but guys kind of have that too. You know, the muscle right here, and he's cooking, and he turns around and looks at you like, "밥 먹을래?" See, look at that shit. Oh my God, 너무 더워.
Now, would they be briefs or boxers?
It matters. That's your fantasy. Whatever you think is sexy to you.
Brian seems like a little bit like Pyeontae today. You know what I'm saying?
I am PT, BT, Beyonce. But we're going to let you guys keep thinking about these answers that we keep asking you guys. And we have a song for you guys right now. And it's going to be the last song for the first half of our show. We got Chromeo with Play the Fool. Welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin'? We're having a grand old time today in What's
Yes.
Poppin'. We're just laughing up a storm because I was talking about a new single I'm going to prepare. I'm not going to tell you guys what it's about yet. I will talk about it a little bit later after we come back from a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin'! Now, we are talking about guys who are sexy in the kitchen when they're cooking, of course. And, of course, your ideal boyfriend or girlfriends, of course, because me and Elmo up in the studio, we can't be talking about dudes and stuff. Now, two things when people feel attracted to someone. Can you guess?
Elmo, what isn't you guess?
Did you just call me Welmo?
Elmo.
Willoughby, Wallaby,
Sorry,
Welmo.
Elmo,
An
why
elephant
don't you
sat
guess?
on Elmo. Willoughby,
What song is
Wallaby,
that?
Wyan. An elephant
Okay.
sat on Brian.
Okay.
Willoughby, Wallaby, Winnie.
You're fired.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so what
Two
was the
things
question?
that people feel attracted to someone.
Oh,
What are those two things? Can you guys guess?
Passion.
Passion.
Effort.
Okay.
Concentration. Focus.
I said two things. You want like 5,000 things.
Okay. Okay,
My
almost
name is
your
Joseph
turn.
Nam.
Okay, Elmo, it's
I'm
your
gonna tell you all
turn.
something of the truth. I'm a little tired today, and everyone knows it. When I'm a little tired, I go crazy.
Yes, we can
So-
see that.
What?
You,
I'm
are-
not crazy.
you look tired
I'm
and
a
you
Brian
look...
어머니. 어머. All right, so
Okay.
two things that people feel attracted when they want. I can't speak right.
Clear your
Well,
throat.
I think
Clear my throat. Sorry about that.
when people
Two
feel
things, yes.
when people feel attracted to somebody, isn't it just like two things, like looks and personality?
Looks.
Looks and well, I mean, of course, you have to physically be attracted to someone. You're not going
Right.
to look at somebody who you're not attracted to and be like, oh, 이쁘다, whatever. Of course, the physical attraction. But something else, like, what about that person really attracts you? Not just physical appearance. What do you
Cooking
think it is?
skills.
Not cooking skills. Actually, the first one is when he or she is a professional at something, if they're good and concentrating at something. And two, when you're at a strange place alone. Ooh, 단둘이.
Strange
That was
place.
an English word. 단둘이. Yes.
단둘이. Strange place. Of course, because you know, sometimes you walk in the park, you're with your girl, and it's dark, you know, she's like, 어머, 오빠, 무서워요. 귀신 나타나면 어떡하지? And then you kind of hug her,
Yes.
and she feels safe, and like, you know, girls like a guy who's very, what do you call it? Make you
Secure.
feel safe and secure. You know,
Right.
and that's attracting.
Yes.
You know, same thing with me. I'm walking down the park. I got somebody, like the girl in the front row right here, walking down the park. 너무 무섭다. 오빠, 내가 지켜줄게요. You know, that's kind of 멋있어, you know.
Oh
From a
man.
guy's point of view too.
That's hilarious.
Okay.
When a girl can protect a dude, it's, you know, that professionalism, that concentration, that focus, that
energy.
protection, you know, that really works, you know? Now, speaking of professional and concentrating on something, now I heard that many females feel attracted to men when they see them working hard on something other than just cooking. It could be anything, you know. If, for instance, a guy who's good at dancing. And you're like, okay, I want to go watch you dance and see what you're doing. And all of a sudden you see them at their art and they're so good at it.
Yes.
How attracting could that be?
I agree
and
with that.
attractive.
I agree
You know,
with
same
that.
thing with guys. When you see a girl good at their art, actresses.
Yes.
You know, at first you're like, oh, she's beautiful as an actress, as a famous person. But then when they're on screen, when they're on stage, they're in their element. You're just like, wow,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. And that
Yes.
happens to a lot of people. as
Especially
well.
when you see somebody that's really passionate about something, like passionate about their job or passionate about their hobbies or whatever, that reflects in that attractiveness, and you're like, wow, that's really awesome.
You know what I think is very sexy? I know this might be, people are like, that's sexy, is when you see somebody and they're actually, we have it in our script, but it's funny because I actually feel this way. It's like they're working hard on their laptops at a cafe or maybe at home.
Yeah.
But you can tell they're really into their work. But it's not like schoolwork, like, man, you know, I want to study, blah, blah. They look very professional. They're sending their emails
Yeah.
out. They're writing down the to-do list and just like this and paperwork.
Yes.
I'm just like, so sexy right now, you know?
Yeah, because when I go to the coffee shop, I go to the coffee shop to like brainstorm ideas for
You
music
see
and
people
stuff
like
that, and I scan the place, and I see all these like beautiful ladies like on their laptops, like
Hey, I know what you're
focused,
saying.
like, working hard.
You
I'm
want
like,
it to be like a Britney Spears music video. All of a sudden she has her glasses, puts it down like, oh baby,
Yes.
baby.
yeah,
The office look.
and she looks right at me.
Office look, yes.
She looks right at me. She's inviting me over, like, hey, come talk to me, boy.
Come talk to me when I
Really?
send this email.
Has that ever happened to you? At a normal cafe?
No, it hasn't.
Okay.
I'm scared.
What at a cafe unattracts you? Like, what is so unattractive to you
At a cafe?
at a cafe when you
When
see
people talk really loudly,
Yes.
and you're right next to them, and they have no sense about, you know, and they don't care
I
about what
agree
other
with you.
people think. They're like,
I agree with you. Like, you gotta respect that you're in a public place. You know,
Right.
other people, say like a room full of people like this, but those people who only think it's them in the room, like,
Right.
어머 세상에, 그러니까 내가 어제 오빠한테 전화했는데, and there's like 20 people around you, and you're like,
Totally.
왜 이렇게 시끄럽지?
Explain your
그러니까 언니
stories.
왜 그래요? You know, it's just so obnoxious.
can you guys please take it down a notch?
Yes.
Yes.
You're at a 10. We need you at a 2.
Now, couples that are very annoying. You go to a coffee shop, and they're on their smartphones the whole time.
Yes.
On a date.
Yes.
You know?
I see that.
뭐 마실래? 커피 오빠. And then 5 minutes later, both like, 띠둥, 띠둥, 띠둥. 오빠 몇 타냐? Well, how's that a date?
Games.
You know what I think when I see those couples? I think it's like a sogeting or something, like a first date. And
But
they're
they're
really
playing
uncomfortable with
games?
each other.
No, they've
and
never
just,
played games at a first date, would
Really?
they?
Or,
I don't know.
like they just don't like each other that much. You know, and they just,
maybe.
I don't want to talk to him.
Or
I'm just
they're
gonna
too
text.
comfortable around each other, maybe?
Okay.
They got used to each other
Maybe.
too much?
Maybe like what they say when you're around somebody for so long, when you're dating for so long, it's like being a married couple, and you know you see each other all the time. So it's like, what's there to talk about? Because you've already talked about everything you can think of.
Right.
That's why you have to spice up your life. Like my friend, he literally, of course, gets a babysitter, and he always takes his wife out on a date. A date night.
Very important.
Wednesday
As-
night, is it?
Oh, girl, you remember? I talked about him before.
You talked about it last
yes, his
month's
name
radio.
is Chad, and Chad, if you're listening right now,
You remember?
I think
I
it's
remember.
amazing.
So he spices up his life by going on these weekly dates
Like they're
with,
back
his,
in like
with his
college
wife.
or
Yes.
university. It's like, you know, they go out to dinner, they watch movies, they walk in the streets, they you know, buy junk food, like the simple things.
Right.
You know, you don't always have to go to a nice restaurant. You don't always have to go
No.
to expensive shows or whatnot. You know, just to be able to spend quality time together and ask how they did their day. Like, for instance, even though you live with your husband, you know, of course you don't know what he's doing right at this very moment. Like, he
No.
could be at work, but what's he doing at work? So be like, oh, you know, how's work today? Anything cool? Anything new? You know, kind of ask each other things.
Yeah.
And be interested in their lives.
I think that's the pure definition of true companionship.
Wow. Elmo.
You guys like that?
Yeah, I
I
like
love
that
it.
word.
Elmo, 오늘 멋있다.
Hi guys.
Yes.
Hi. Hi ladies. Ladies.
Okay.
All the ladies are like, oh. That's why we got a mask on today because of Elmo. All right, so now we got to ask the ladies here. What do you find attracting when, I guess when you see a person, like when you see them concentrating, do you find that attracting? Any girls? Hello.
Ooh, yes.
Right here. Can you state your name and where you're from?
I'm from Seoul.
So,
My name is Lisa.
Lisa. Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you attracted to a guy that's very focused, professional, and concentrated at things like he
True.
does?
Yes.
Okay. What specifically are you attracted? Like when you see a guy, what line of work attracts you?
Maybe teacher.
A teacher.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Teaching kids.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, are you talking about from a fellow teacher's perspective or a student's perspective?
A fellow teacher's perspective.
Oh, okay.
How about musicians? Do you think musicians are attractive?
Oh, very attractive.
You're
Yes.
talking about yourself,
Thank you very
Elmo?
much.
Are you trying to say you're sexy?
Well, I'm just trying to say, you know, if she thinks
This ain't no
musicians are
targeting
attractive.
program.
No. No,
Oh
Elmo,
my
no.
gosh, Elmo. You're using my show, What's Poppin' right now, to find your future wife?
To find your girlfriend.
Do you mind?
Yes, we might.
Oh.
Y'all
Okay.
hit it off, go ahead, but I'm
No.
saying this ain't the right place or the right time, son.
The thing about focus, right? I used to have this girlfriend, and in the beginning, she really liked the fact that I made music, and you know, she was like, "Wow, that's cool. You make music. It's attractive or whatever." But later on, as we got deeper into the relationship, my focus was so much on music. She would get really angry at me when
I feel like
was
everything
kind of-
needs to be done in small portions. If you focus everything on one thing and kind of neglect the person who's next to you, of course, it's going to ruin the relationship.
right.
If you're so into your own craft. Like women too. If women are like working, you know, independent women who work at businesses and law firms like that, like a lawyer, they're always at the office. They're always reading books. They're always working.
Yeah.
You know, from the boyfriend or the husband's point of view, is like, you know, I never get to see my wife. And of course, in the long run, you're going to start slowly falling out of love. It doesn't look attractive because of profession. Now it's more like, it's kind of topped up here. You know,
Like
you just
priority
get frustrated.
problems.
Right.
You're like, do you even care about me? All you do is care about your work. That's what happens. So I feel like to a certain point, okay. When you go over that boundary, that line,
So
because
you-
Ginny, your husband's a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, that's cool, you know. He saves lives, he helps sick people, but at the same time, if he's always only helping other people, if he's always at the hospital,
Yeah. It's
and
gonna
not
make me
spend time with you.
furious.
Might feel neglected.
You can be like, 여보, 여보는 왜 다른 사람들만 챙기고 나는 안 챙겨줘?
Right, we got
Right?
into several fights because of that.
Oh,
We
really?
need to talk. We have some soju 한잔. We talk about it.
Yeah.
With some samgyeopsals.
Okay.
We'll talk about that another day.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for Lisa for your answer.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Alrighty, well, we're going to move on right now to a song, of course, because we are a program about music. And since I was talking about Britney Spears earlier, because Elmo Chang, he was saying how girls look
Office look.
sexy in a coffee shop.
Yes.
They look all professional. We have a Britney song for you right now, Elmo. I'm going to dedicate this song to you.
Thank you. And
Britney Spears.
the song's called Can't Make You Love Me.
I cannot. That was Britney Spears with, what was it called, Elmo, again?
Can't make you love me.
Wait, hold on. Were you
I
trying to
did
sing?
it again.
Were you trying to sing the
Elmo
title?
sings on
Your
the
voice
radio.
Like, can't make you
I
love
was trying to find the key.
But you haven't found the key?
Me.
Wow.
Wow.
That was probably the highlight of our show today. Your voice cracking, trying to find the key. But we're back in the studio right now. We're talking about sexy people and what they do can actually make you feel more attracted to them. And of course, talked about being professional, being more concentrated in their work and their craft. But now we're going to move on to strange places. Like I said, sometimes when you go to a strange place, you might feel like, oh, this person's perfect. This person's sexy. This person makes you feel safe. Now, I think it works better when you're with your friend who's of the opposite sex, of course, and mainly because you get to see that person's new side when you're with him in an unfamiliar place. For example, when you get lost in places, girls might find boys attractive, trustworthy, and appealing because they feel safe in their arms or something, you know? And in that atmosphere, you just feel like that man is your guardian.
Guardian.
What are some other examples
Guardian
of strange
angel.
places?
A strange place could be anything. Like, say another country that you've never been to.
Oh.
Or an exotic island that nobody lives in, but you're like, 오빠, 이상한 동물 있으면 어떡해? You know, kind of like, you don't know what animals are out in the wild. But all of a sudden he's like, don't worry, I will protect you. I am Tarzan! You know?
Yeah,
don't
but
know
if
if
you got
that's
too
sexy.
much of that, girls don't like it, you know.
Right,
Too much
too much,
Tarzan,
right?
too much nature, no good.
어머, 몸 자랑하는 거 봐. 어머, 무거운 것만 드는 거 봐. 짜증나!
Yeah, no good, no.
So what about you? What place can you think of right now? Like if your husband took you
yes.
somewhere and you would actually think, oh my God, my husband's really sexy right now.
Well, actually, it's not about my husband. Is it okay?
남편 이야기 아니래요.
Yes, but it was before I got married, so
Okay,
it doesn't
before
count.
you got married, so it's not a bad
I went
thing.
to
Uh-huh.
a backpacking trip to France,
Oh.
and then I got lost all of a sudden, and I had to go to this museum, and then a French guy comes
He said,
by.
bonjour.
Yeah,
Bonjour,
he says
mademoiselle.
in English, actually.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. And he said, well, where are you wishing to go? And I said, I need to go to this place. And instead of just showing me the way, he led me to that museum. It was really nice of him. And I almost thought that I would fall for
You're
him.
probably like, 침 흘려, like.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, and how French guys are really fashionable and chic.
But he was, so it's a French guy who spoke English.
Yes.
But could you imagine if that story was in French?
Oh.
And he came up to you, bonjour mademoiselle, je te beautiful, je te christie, and I fait ta
Is that even French?
Je ne comprends pas, mademoiselle.
Yeah. It
And
would
then
have
you're
been
like,
nicer.
뭐라고 뭔지 모르겠지만, 섹시하다.
Yeah. Yeah. The
The
French
French
accent.
language is so
Sexy.
romantic
Yeah.
and sexy to listen to.
And
It
they could be
is.
saying anything like, I have smelly feet.
Yeah.
In French, and it would
And then he
sound
can sing
cool.
good.
You know, you could be like, 나 하루 종일 설사. You know? But in French, it probably sounds sexy like,
Yeah, right.
Je ne sais ça comme pas.
Right. You never know.
But it could sound sexy.
That's right.
What about you? Elmo Chang.
Elmo
What place
Chang.
do you think you'd be in with a female, of course, and it's different, but you still think, oh my gosh, this girl's sexy right now?
Man. Oh, I went bungee jumping one time with a girl,
Okay.
Wow.
and I'm afraid of heights. And I gotta say, like, I'm kind of embarrassed to say this, but she jumped first. You know?
That's an embarrassing.
No, because
Not embarrassing.
I was freaking out. And I'm like, I was trying to poke her, like, oh no, I can't do this. I can't. No.
Like cold sweats.
Yeah, I
and
was like,
nervous,
I can't do this. But the guy, the ajushi working there, he's like, you are not a man. You
Be
are
a
not a
man.
man. And then the girl I was with, she jumped first. And then the guy got on me even more. I'm like, Ajushi, please, like, I can't do this. And he's like, you are not a man. So then he's like, look, the girl jumped before you. And then I'm like, okay, fine. And I
You
jumped.
jumped. Wow.
The fact that the girl jumped before you kind of made it like, wow, she's brave.
Yeah, she's brave because it was no problem. She's just like, you know?
Really? That's how she looked like?
Yeah.
It's like, what is she, a fly?
Doesn't look so attractive.
How's that sexy? It looks like,
No, because she had no care. Like, heights didn't bother her. You know, she's like, heights don't bother me. Forget it, I'm going.
I can see how that could be sexy.
Yeah.
You know, because she's brave.
She's
you know,
brave.
she's in her
She's
element.
courageous.
Okay. What about anybody else here? What do you think is sexy or a sexy place that can go with a guy and feel safe? Oh, right here in the front. Can you state your name and where you're from?
Yes, hello. My name is Minyoung from Gyeonggi-do.
Gyeonggi-do. Minyoung from Gyeonggi-do. Okay. So what place do you feel like you think a guy's sexy?
It's airplane.
An airplane.
Airplane.
Yes.
Girl, I hate airplanes.
You hate airplane
I don't care how
crashes.
sexy somebody is. I'd be scared the whole time. Ah! You know? But what atmosphere? Like what
Why?
situation?
Yeah.
Last year, I took a plane in Air France.
Okay.
So-
Air France.
Yes, many Air France flight attendant in man.
Oh, girl.
Frenchman, see?
See, I told you he could be like this. Boom. 나 프랑 못하는데 어떡하지? Because she's like, oh man, I'll have that. You know? Chicken. So were they attractive?
Yes, they were very gentle.
So very, like, what do you call it? Clean cut, handsome, and gentle. I could see a girl falling for that. You know, girls like gentlemen. Now I know in Korea they say girls like bad boys. 나쁜
Yes.
남자. But seriously,
That's another category.
why? 이 나쁜 남자is will 바른 표. You know, they'll cheat on the wives, they'll cheat on the girls. I think
나쁜 남자.
genuine, kind, and French men.
Gentleman.
French gentlemen.
French
You like
gentlemen.
French guys? She likes French. Did you guys set this up?
No.
Like, 저는 우리 프랑스 얘기하자.
I'm gonna say no.
We never know. But either way, thank you for your answer. And with that said, guess what, y'all? It's already time to wrap
Time
things
to
up
wrap
for
it
our
up.
show.
Really?
Yes.
Already?
But thank you, Elmo and Jenny, for being on our show again today. What was so much fun for you today? What was your best topic of discussion?
I like the short terms. 내 생남.
The
cleaning
cleaning
words.
right? Okay. What about you, Elmos?
I just like talking about girls. You know?
Girls,
Okay.
girls, I do adore. You know that song, right?
Yeah, Jay-Z.
Yep. Is it
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z?
Jay-Z, yeah.
Okay,
It
okay,
is.
okay. Cool. And we want to thank everybody here for being in the open studio, so give yourself applause.
Thank you.
And we have the perfect song to wrap up our show for today. We have Rod Stewart. The song's called Do You Think I'm Sexy? And on behalf of TBS efm's What's Poppin', this is Brian Jew.
Jenny.
And Elmo.
We're signing off.
Peace.
Peace.